Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. We have a lot to cover in today's love predictions reading. I'm doing them a little bit different. Before I explain that, I just want to say that if you are looking for more general readings, I do my monthly predictions for every zodiac sign at the either beginning or the end of the month. September is live. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend that you check it out and see if there are any correlating messages. Now, this love predictions reading is from mid-September to mid-October. It's going to be the same format in terms of I'll pull 3 oracle cards, which will tell us the main 3 themes that your sign can expect to experience in love. I'll then elaborate with tarot and get advice for each of the themes. But we're also going to be looking at how the person on your mind is feeling towards you in the month ahead, separating that into people who are dealing with someone already established in their life, like a current partner, for example, or an ex, and then for those who are dealing with a new person or someone who is yet to become an official partner. So there's a lot to look at. Let's get into it. Capricorn, please, Spirit, what are their main 3 themes in love for the month ahead? What are Capricorn's main 3 themes in love for the month ahead? Oh, we have Gemini reversed. Weird. Do we have any Gemini moons here? That seems to be a placement that comes up frequently. What is Capricorn's? We have Saturn return in the reverse position. Oy vey, that's not a good feeling for a Capricorn. What is another theme for Capricorn in love, please, Spirit, in the month ahead? What is another thing for Capricorn in the month ahead when it comes to love? Okay. We have 3 reversed. Interesting. So at the back of the deck, we have full moon. I see this full moon as like an energy of something coming to some sort of culmination. I keep saying this for other signs too. I think it was Virgo, but something feels like it's coming to some kind of resolution. And for you, it feels like it's very powerful, because it could be that the situation has you investing a lot of emotions in it and you're wanting to kind of figure out where it is headed to next. But I think in the month ahead, your feelings are at an all-time high about something or someone. Let's say someone, because obviously this is your love life. So whoever you're dealing with, I feel like they're provoking very strong emotions from you. And this full moon is a feeling of things coming into either a resolution or a powerful feeling of like a climax almost. Now, we just recently had a full moon in Pisces, and that must have been very interesting for my Capricorn suns and Capricorn risings. And I think that the new moon is also very significant for you as well, which will be happening in the next week. But let's have a look at your first major theme. We have Gemini reversed. I just want to say, be careful about where you get your information from with your love life. It seems like you're listening to a lot of gossip or hearsay. You could be getting a lot of messages from secondary sources, or having some really difficult communication struggles with whoever it is that you're dealing with, feeling like you're not able to kind of have an in-depth conversation. Some of you guys are having some sort of Mercury retrograde bonanza in which communication is breaking down left, right, and center. But the other reason that Gemini is here is it's just saying get your facts straight. Because sometimes when we are so open to all forms of messages and information, we're kind of needing to go through and give those sources credits and go, well, actually, that is not a reliable, trustworthy source, versus this is. Spirit, what is going on with this Gemini energy for Capricorn? I almost feel like someone may say something that isn't real or that isn't right. They think they're right, but their opinion or their information is wrong. What is this Gemini energy for Capricorn? We have the Tower reversed. What is this Gemini energy for Capricorn? We have the 8 of Cups. What is this Gemini energy for Capricorn, please, Spirit? And we have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like we're underestimating the situation. The back of the deck is the Three of Wands. We feel frustrated because we may not be getting what we want from the situation. We may have put a lot of energy in and we're like, you know what, I'm done. I want to leave. I want to walk away. I just wonder if this is premature action. That's my question. With the Tower reversed and Gemini reversed, are we acting based on information that hasn't been validated? It's like you're hearing something through the grapevine and you're going, nah, that's it, I'm out. And Spirit's kind of like, oh, like you're looking in the wrong direction here. You're looking in the wrong direction. Get your information straight. Get your facts straight. The other thing with Gemini is some of you may be developing a curiosity about the wrong person, in the sense of if you are seeking love and you're confused about where it's coming from and who it's coming from, you may have accidentally found yourself curious about the wrong person or investigative towards the wrong person. And this could be because of confusion around getting too many general readings. And I know that I'm kind of exacerbating that because I'm a general reader myself, but just be careful, because over-consuming uncertain information has you apparently doing something prematurely and underestimating the potential of a situation. I see you walking away with not enough information, not enough clarity, and turning your back on a situation, looking in the other direction. I also see with the Tower reverse that you've kind of forced this to happen, or you're just trying to do the best that you can with the information that you have, but it still is very messy and it's not exactly helpful. It almost feels like we're leaving the situation unresolved, or we're not really laying the right foundations. I also think with this Page of Pentacles, we may have underestimated the depths of what this could be. So what is the advice here with Gemini? Let's see what Spirit's advice is, because I was offering my own advice based on what I was picking up on. But what is Spirit's advice for this Gemini theme for Capricorn, please? Well, that's cute. We have the Temple. I also saw the Shapeshifter, so we will take it. I feel like these two cards, Temple reversed, you may be preempting pain where there isn't yet, trying to walk away from a situation that you think is going to bring more pain, but I don't think it's actually at that stage yet. With the Temple reversed, you have to kind of get to a point where you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open again, and not just sort of cutting things off before they've even happened. I hope that makes sense, because I see the Temple as you forcing yourself to go into healing and to kind of recluse when you don't necessarily need it, or kind of making a situation hurtful when it should be healing. It feels a little bit like trying to protect yourself when like the situation isn't trying to hurt you, but you're making it hurtful. I hope that makes sense, because it's not like a full self-sabotage moment. It's just like a misreading of the signs, or a mixed signals situation in which the messages have become confusing and the information isn't validated by a credible source. Shapeshifter as advice is saying that the situation is changing, but I think as advice, it's also encouraging you to be open to changing and to adapting to the situation, which means some of you may be even projecting a past situation onto a present one and kind of expecting that person to hurt you or betray you or cause you pain in which you've already experienced. And Spirit's like, it's not going to be the same way. If you want change, you've got to facilitate change through your actions with the Shapeshifter here. So let's have a look at your second theme now, the Saturn return theme. That's interesting, because Saturn return can be a very positive energy of you getting a glow up after working really, really hard at clearing out your bad karma and learning all your lessons and working on yourself and being very restrictive. It's like a feeling of a glow up, and it's usually something that most Capricorns can resonate with because Saturn is our ruler. But with this card reversed, it feels like you're not getting the rewards for your efforts. You're feeling like you're not getting that outcome that you're expecting. You're putting in a lot of energy or a lot of effort, and you're not wanting to kind of, or you're not getting it. But for others of you, I feel like you're not wanting to over invest in something that isn't going to kind of contribute to your Saturn return. I feel like some of you guys are icing someone out. I'm intuitively picking up on the fact that someone's trying to get close to you in the month ahead, and they're having a hard time figuring you out. Page of Swords, they feel like they don't know enough about you. It's very hard to get close to you. This person is a general acquaintance. They don't know you very well. They spend a lot of time watching you and maybe listening to you even. For some of you, this is more online, but they don't have a personal connection with you, and they're having a hard time getting the right information about you, getting their facts straight, okay? So what is this Saturn return about for Capricorn when it comes to love? We have the Seven of Cups reversed. They also want me to take the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And we might just get one more card. What is this Saturn return about? We're going to take the top card. We have the 10 of Wands, yeah. And at the back of the deck is the Knight of Cups. I see someone being interested in you, sweets. You're a bit confused. You may have a lot of options when it comes to love. You're trying to do what's best for you, and you think that the person moving towards you isn't your best option. You're waiting for either something else, someone else, or you're feeling like the situation isn't the best right now. I see you putting a lot of pressure on somebody to come correct. It's highly likely that whoever you're dealing with in love, they feel like it's a heavy burden of responsibility. I see that you've set the bar really high with Saturn return reversed. You may also just be focused on other areas of your life. And so whoever's interested in you is picking up on that. And they're feeling like it's a heavy burden trying to kind of get close to you, get to know you. This situation feels like it's unfortunate because one, it feels very eager, and the other is feeling very like a skeptical, for lack of a better word. Whoever you're dealing with in love, they feel like you are making it very difficult. And I can't lie, for some reason, you're feeling like it's not the right time. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I don't know if you're just not happy with who's coming forward, or if it feels like you need to be focused on other things right now. You're seeing that the timing isn't right, and you feel like the universe is making this very hard for you. Other than that, I do think that this Seven of Cups reversed is a reflection of you wanting the easier option. Like, I don't want the confusion. I don't want more chaos. I don't want to feel confused. I should feel clear. And maybe the person who's stepping forward in the month ahead is someone who you're not sure about. You don't know if you actually are interested in them in the way that they're interested in you. It feels a little off balanced, and you don't know if the feelings are as deep as what they're coming through as well. What is the advice for Capricorn here? For some of you, I'm seeing multiple people being interested in you at once, and you being interested in the one who isn't being as action orientated. What is the advice for Saturn return for Capricorn? Hi. We have agape, wow, unconditional love. And we also have the village. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay, thank you. I don't know if we needed that message, but thank you. I also think with agape here, there is this feeling of like letting the situation kind of take hold, however it is meant to happen naturally. I feel like you're really kind of forcing something to happen, and I feel like you're making this unnecessarily challenging. Okay, I'm going to call you out. Saturn return reversed. Like, you put enough hard work into everything you do. Why are you making the easy stuff hard as well? Let yourself feel, and let your feelings naturally show you how you feel. I feel like you're kind of forcing your feelings, or you're trying to really overanalyze them, or be very energetically restrictive when it comes to them. The agape is saying, let it unfold naturally, because this unconditional love energy is kind of telling me that the right person will show you that they're the right person through their actions, through the way that they show their love to you. It's not something that can be easily defined with words, with logic, and kind of with standards of measurement. It's more about their actions and how they love you through their actions. And I think that your advice here is to be patient with that and to let that unfold, especially if you're dealing with multiple people. Like, the way that they make you feel is a reflection of how they kind of contribute love into your world, whatever it is that you're going through and however stressful it may be. I feel like the right person may not always be the easiest person for you. For some reason, you have this uncanny way in the month ahead of making it very complicated and stressful. With the village here, there is a strong feeling of being supported by the right person and feeling nurtured by the right person. And the village is a feeling of kind of having a sense of community. So I think that your advice is to rely on those who know you best to help you understand how you are feeling as well. And this could even look like introducing one of your love interests to someone that really knows you and then getting their feedback as well. Ultimately, you are the oracle in your life. You are the decision maker. I wouldn't suggest that you make a decision purely based on somebody else's opinion, but it feels like it takes a village to love you, in the sense of those who do love you may help you identify who else is genuinely able to love you as well. If you're that confused about whether someone's actions towards you are genuine and whether they are the one who you should be letting your guard down with. Let's continue moving forward. We'll have a look at your last theme now, this 3 energy. And for you, this 3 energy reversed does feel like you kind of being a bit more private and potentially secretive. Like whoever it is that you are seeing or thinking about seeing in the month ahead, I feel like you're going to want to just kind of keep it separate from something else. It's highly likely that you may meet this person in a shared community and you're needing to kind of like sneak off and have your moment with them away from other acquaintances. Emphasis on acquaintances. You're not keeping this private from your nearest and dearest. You're keeping this private from people who don't need to know everything that goes on in your inner world. What else can you tell us about this 3 theme for Capricorn? We have the 3 of Wands. Interesting. Clarify this 3 for Capricorn, please, Spirit. We also have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Clarify this 3 for Capricorn. We have the 7 of Cups reversed again. So if you are confused about how you feel or about who it is that you should be pursuing in love, I see that clarifying in the month ahead. You are going to be more sure, but this surety comes through investment of energy. It does feel like you turn your back on someone at the start of the month, and then by the end of the month, you're kind of open to moving forward towards them again. And I don't think that it's a case of walking away from a toxic person and coming back to a toxic person. It's more like you prematurely left a situation that was still unfolding and you're coming back to kind of figure out like, oh, should I have changed my behavior? Should I maybe have tried this instead? And I see with the 8 of Pentacles reversed, there is this feeling of kind of being very, very cautious about taking serious action. And for my cross watchers, your Capricorn is very scared of putting energy in only to kind of feel like they wasted their time. That's what it feels like, Capricorn. You're afraid of wasting your time. So I do see you curiously kind of slowly, hesitantly investing more energy in someone, in a connection. For some of you, it's so slow that your way of investing is simply showing that you're interested and kind of leaving the ball in their court. But the goal here is you don't want to waste your time. With the 7 of Cups reversed, you just want to focus on what it is that you know when it comes to how you feel about people. And I do think that there's someone who has really piqued your interest. You're going to feel more sure of how you feel about them in the month ahead, especially if you're confused at the time that you're seeing this reading. The back of the deck is the Magician. So there's a lot of power in your hands, Capricorn. You're in a very strong creator energy. And that's interesting because I split the deck and we have Starborn and the 1. So this is the number 3 and the number 30. So 3 is very significant. There's also this feeling of you kind of letting things come to a head so that you can figure out how you want to move forward. And this does look like you putting a lot of pressure on your love life, putting a lot of responsibility on your romantic love interests to pursue you correctly, and also just figuring out what it is that you need to release in order to get the outcome that you want. What is the advice for this 3 theme for Capricorn, please, Spirit? Oh, we have the threshold. Your advice is to come to the edge and take that leap of faith into your new the unknown, basically. I can't even say a new beginning, because for some of you, you're going from certainty into uncertainty, and that is scary. That's why we have the 7 of Cups reversed twice. That's why we have the 8 of Pentacles over here. Are we sure about this? Do we know that this is going to pay off? We don't. But with the 3 of Wands, we are somewhat excited. We have been waiting a long time, and we do not want to miss out on the opportunity to invest energy into something that we are attracted to, someone that we are attracted to. The threshold as advice is saying that your love life is changing. And a lot of readers have been saying this about 2022 for Capricorns. But for you in the month ahead, I do see you crossing a threshold and transitioning from one area to another in your love life. Things are getting a bit more serious, even if you are scared of it getting serious. So let's have a look at those who are in established connections, either because you have a lot of history with your person or you are in a relationship with them already. How is that person feeling about Capricorn in the month ahead, please, Spirit? How is the established person feeling? I'm going to take that card. It's a bit of a mess. I think that you have this person all over the place. At the back of the deck, though, is Ecstasy, Euphoria by Sensen Ra. So this person is feeling very motivated to take action towards you overall. They are feeling like you have them kind of wrapped around your finger, though. They feel like you may even be playing games with them. With the Magician at the back of the deck, I wouldn't be surprised if you are. Because you're just very aware of what it is that you want them to do. And I almost feel like you're manipulating them to do it. And they know it, but they're like, shit, I really want this Capricorn though. Anyway, how else is this person feeling? At the back of the deck, we have the Creator. A lot of messages. I can't take them all. We'll start with this deck. We have Quits, Rio Cragen featuring Flume. This is an anger card, feeling pushed. Absolutely. This 10 of Wands, this Tower reversed, the 8 of Cups of you walking away. We have the Self card. Yeah, they feel like you're very focused on yourself. We have the Storm. We have the Empty Room. For those who have history with someone or an established connection with someone, your partner is feeling like you're very focused on yourself. They feel like you're getting the best of them. They feel very under pressure. They feel like you're putting them in a very difficult situation in which you're not prioritizing them or the connection. They also feel like you're keeping things from them, or you're keeping them from other people. Like they don't get a full picture of your world and what you're going through right now in terms of in the month ahead. They're also going to be feeling like, with the Storm here, you've put them in a challenging situation in which they have to kind of fight to be a part of your life, or they have to kind of rise up to some sort of challenge that you are instigating. Like this person feels like you've brought challenges into the relationship for some reason. With the Empty Room here, this person is going to be wondering, like, how much more do I have to give to this connection? Your partner will be thinking, like, is it just all about them? I feel like your partner is kind of at a point where they're trying to figure out how they fit into your big image, like your future, because Capricorn, you feel like you have it all figured out, and this person's like, well, how do I fit into that image? What is the advice for Capricorn in the month ahead when dealing with this established person? For some of you, this could even be an ex. I'm not going to lie. This is very challenging energy of like, you're making me do things I'm not comfortable with, but you also just bring so much ecstasy into my life. This person does feel like you have them wrapped around your finger. We have Yod coming out. I always forget what Yod means. We also have the Sun. We have Sextile. We have Feminine. A balancing of masculine and feminine energies here. I have to clarify Yod real quick because I always forget what that conjunction, or should I say aspect, means. Named after the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. my nose, known to us as the finger or hand of God. Interesting. Encountering something cosmic. So key terms are karma, ancestors, trauma, healing, and cycles. In light, the Yod shows us that an individual is tasked with great responsibility in this lifetime, suggesting an immense capacity for bringing about transformation and healing. Your advice is, listen, this relationship is going to take work. Is it really what you want? Is it really what you want? Because it is going to take work, and really, like, it's not impossible, but you have to appreciate the fact that these are challenges, and challenges need to be overcome. If you're not trying, then you're not growing with this person. This advice is saying that you have the capacity to bring about insane, intense transformation and healing in your partnership if that is what you want to do. Otherwise, I see your partner and you triggering each other to grow individually. There seems to be either a separation or the opportunity to grow together. And that is your advice in the month ahead when dealing with an established person. Let's have a look at those who are dealing with a new person. How is that new person feeling about Capricorn in the month ahead? The new person, or the person who isn't established yet, as in you haven't had a serious connection with them yet. How is that person feeling about Capricorn? We have the same sort of messages, which I'm not surprised happen for all the groups. Mystic on the back of the deck. We have the Bardo. And we have the Siren. So very attracted to you. Capricorn, you are this incredible siren to your love interests in the month ahead, regardless of whether they're an existing partner or like a new person, very attracted to you, but they feel like you're keeping them in limbo. The new person is feeling like you are keeping them in limbo with the Bardo. How else is the new, not established person feeling about Capricorn in the month ahead? Excuse me, little sneaker snake. How did you get here? Interesting. We have the village coming out. Okay. How is the new person feeling about Capricorn in the month ahead, please, Spirit? Oh. At the back of the deck, we have disapproval. Yeah, by the Walters. I love you so. I just need someone in my life to give it structure. Well, obviously. That's why a lot of people get attracted to Capricorns. Y'all have a lot of structure. You're everything I want, but I can't deal with all your lovers. The Seven of Cups reversed. I'm gonna pack my things and leave you behind. Please let me go. This person just feels like you've got them in a vice. We have Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes, In Awe of You. And we also have Crown Chakra, I know, collective wisdom, source, guidance. This person is feeling like they were guided to come into your life, right? I was picking up on that over here. They feel like it's all sort of coming together, but they also feel like you're keeping them in limbo. We have this sort of dark siren imagery. These colors are represented in the musical messages oracle as well. On one hand, there's this clear direction of like, this is very much out of my control, but I can see how this is unfolding for me. And then on the other hand, we have this beautiful feeling of like developing an curiosity towards you and trying to get to know you better. The new person is feeling very curious, very intrigued, very drawn to you. They're receiving a lot of signs about you. They're thinking about you a lot as well. They want to get to know you better, but they feel like you're keeping them in limbo with the Bardo, and they can't help but feel like you are still transitioning through something yourself. This person's either assuming that you've got another situation that's still playing out in your love life, or they are assuming that when it comes to love, you're making it very unclear for them in terms of how they fit into your life right now. I do think that for all of you, your love interest is just questioning how you're going to make room for them in your life in the month ahead. They feel like you're not prioritizing them, and they feel like they want to know more about you if there's someone new. They're very intrigued. So what is Capricorn's advice when dealing with this new person? What is Capricorn's advice? The back of the deck, we have masculine. 7th house, waning crescent. Interesting. Coming into a new moon, you are about to start a new cycle in love, and I feel like you're being either very resistant to change, resistant to partnership, or you're just kind of putting yourself in a position in which you're feeling scared by the fact that there's a lot that's out of your control. We have Taurus coming out as your advice, and Virgo, your other earth sisters and brothers. So I'm kind of feeling like your advice with this new person has a lot to do with the amount that you're trying to control in your love life. Taurus is saying to embrace your sensual side, the side of you that is more drawn to how things make you feel, what things, how they kind of pique your interest. And then Virgo reversed is saying you're clinging on to the logistics of the situation a bit too much. You need to let go of your control and your need to know everything and to know how this is going to plan out, and to know how this is going to pan out, and work out in the long term. I also think that Taurus is encouraging you to kind of be a bit more in the moment, present with your routine and with the situation that is unfolding in front of you. And Virgo reversed is saying, don't think too far ahead right now. Just embrace this moment with this new person. Because when you get too far ahead, is when you become restrictive and you cut off the opportunity for this to kind of be a reward. It's like you're seeing it as a punishment instead of a reward. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, when it comes to your love life in the month ahead. We crossed timelines a little bit, but we were focusing more on the month ahead in love for you and how these people will be feeling about you in the month ahead. I hope this reading was informative and helpful. If it didn't resonate 100%, you could have messages in your moon or Venus signs because this is a love reading. But I do recommend that you get familiar with your natal chart and that you watch these videos responsibly in terms of try not to overconsume. My goal is to offer clarity and confirmation, not confusion. But I do hope that you find the information that you need, and I hope you have a prosperous and abundant month ahead. Thank you so much for your energy, your time, your support, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.